For question one, it says, discuss Virgil's characteristics that make him human in your eyes and why. The first thing that makes me feel like Virgil is a human is early in this section of the reading, Henry the taxidermist says that he plays the piano and as well plays chess. That clearly is humanistic traits. But from page 103, when Virgil's talking about faith, he says, to my mind, faith is like being in the sun. When you're in the sun, you cannot avoid making a shadow. And then goes on and tells about a shadow and how, like, even when you're in the sun, you're not able to shake your shadow, which is just a constant reminder of yourself. But he's referring to how the shadow could be like constant reminders to different things that could tear you down, negative things. That was probably that was the most humanistic thing that Virgil said, to me anyways, just because faith is such a controversial thing, and like it's hard to wrap your mind around it, essentially, because everyone's faith could be different. Everyone has a different faith. Moving on, for question 2, it says, discuss what characteristics of Virgil in particular pulled at your heart and tell us why. Okay, the most touching moment that to me was from page 108 when Virgil says, this wasn't necessarily Virgil himself saying this, but on page 108 when Virgil says, every day is evil because there is evil in every day, and Beatrice responds to Virgil by saying, okay, there's also goodness in every day. You just need to pray about it, and once you finish praying, go out and you spread goodness, good deeds, and do what you can to make the world a better place, pretty much. That was one of the most touching things, because while they are just a monkey and a donkey in this world starving, they're still, like, Beatrice is still saying, do what you can to spread goodness and make the world better. Question 3 says, it shouldn't go unnoticed that Henry the taxidermist was Virgil's creator. This implies there is more to Henry the taxidermist than he is letting on to Henry the writer. Discuss what you think the taxidermist may be hiding. Okay, I've thought about this for a while, like as the book's going on, because I've been wondering, like, okay, the taxidermist wrote to Henry the writer, asking for his help, sending him these plays, wanting him to help him out. And then when Henry the writer shows up, the taxidermist is so closed off and, like, not really opening up that much to him. But then I started thinking about his play whenever that's, like, it revealed who Beatrice and Virgil were and how they are two of his projects that he had did. And in my head, I see that Henry and Virgil could be symbolism of the taxidermist when he was younger, because it says he's an older man. So that could be when he was younger. Like, he could be writing a story about his life when he was younger with somebody else, like one of his close friends, or maybe his wife, or whoever it was, because it doesn't ever, like, specify whether he was married, whether he is married, or anything along those lines. So Beatrice could be maybe his wife or one of his closest friends, or a brother or something like that, that kind of, like, helped the taxidermist through his childhood. Or maybe Henry the taxidermist was, maybe his family was an immigrant, and the things that were said about Virgil in his play were somewhat along the lines said about his family and the place that he came from, because it wasn't what people in America are used to. at the time. That's just some opinions. Number 4, discuss why you think human beings are sometimes hesitant to let themselves be truly known. Mainly because people in today's world, that is, are very judgmental. You see it a lot, or at least I do every day. People get judged by literally anything that's not like everyone else. Anyone that has something that sets them apart, whether it be like a disability or literally anything that's not looked at as a norm of society, people get judged for it. And the people that don't have anything physically like visible to where people can see, or like people with a speech impediment who they may not be able to see it, but as soon as they talk, it's shown. Like, those people have it like harder to hide. But people who are like emotionally injured or hurt, yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that people are afraid to open up, mainly because people are harsh and judgmental. And if you open up to the wrong person or try and tell someone the wrong thing about yourself, that could turn around and it could bite you, and like they could use that information against you. So it doesn't surprise me that Henry the Taxidermist hasn't really opened up to the writer yet. They don't know each other. They've talked about the play. That's pretty much it. While at the same time, neither one of them are making that great of an effort to get to know one another, but still, yeah. Number 5 says to discuss one art object that moved you because of what it showed/taught you about some aspect of the human experience. There's a documentary called My All-American. It used to be on Netflix. I don't think it is anymore. But it's an actual story of someone's life, of a teenager's life during the 70s, who like his entire dream was to play professional football, and he got his only Division I like major scholarship was to Texas Longhorns University. And during his senior year, he developed a cancerous tumor in his leg, which at the time was pretty much untreatable. And he ended up losing his leg and then eventually losing his life because the cancer just spread throughout. And it just like, to me, it made you think, like, it made you rethink your life, as in like, okay, this dude was very healthy. He was about to go to the NFL, and the doctors found out he had a tumor in his knee that he put off because he thought it was just like a knee pain from playing college football. And now then he passed away within, like, I think 6 months, the movie says, of the cancer being discovered. And so his life went on a complete 180, and it just makes you like think that you don't know what's around the other corner. So just to live while you can, I guess.